Good morning, good morning. Starting off with a review of this. These are gorgeous. The camera's doing a pretty good job. It's stronger than tissue paper. And if you hold them up to the light, they look like stained glass almost. I mean, not the greatest choices of colors. I mean, I don't hate them. But in hindsight, I would not lay them on top of each other because it does bleed through, which is why I stuck to this color palette. But they're very pretty. This is the first one I did. And then this is the underneath paper that caught all the residual bits. I think I am going to, well, there's no thinking about it. I'm going to sit here and do up a whole bunch of harvesting of magazines. This one's already been harvested, but I might harvest it some more. Daphne's Diaries are worth a lot of reharvesting. Oh, look at those blue doors. How old is this magazine? 2018. They just don't make magazines like this anymore. So I've got some Daphne's Diary. Actually, I have quite a few Daphne's Diaries here. I got a Rolling Stone. Those are good for a lot of wacko colors. Okay, another Daphne's Diary and Architectural Digest. Those are good. Oh, look at that. For good stuff. So I think I'm just going to put you on fast forward because, hello, I'm just cutting out paper. But we can have a conversation about the deer this morning. Okay? Okay. The deer, they were so funny. They jumped and they hopped and they're so interesting. They hissed at me. I know, they hissed at me. Not antihistamine, they hissed at me. I'm in my driveway, sirs and madams and kid. I woke up about 4 and I just was, laying in bed, scrolling on, social media like one does. And I could hear crunch, crunch, crunch. And this bedroom is on the back of the house on the water side, and it's on a hill. And there's plants underneath. There's a gigantic window on one side and French doors on another. So it's like two walls of glass, but you can hear through the glass, whatever kind of glass that is. I'm not sure, but I could hear crunch, 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 and leaves on tree roots, walking through the cannas that are on the other side of the house. You could hear them. But I couldn't see them because it was dark. But then about an hour later, still doom scrolling, I hear them. Well, actually, I was playing on Procreate, or creating. I hear them, again underneath the window. So I ran over to the couch because we have a couch in this bedroom. And I'm like, oh, hello. But I only saw one. I'm like, okay, hello. And he kind of heard me because I probably banged the couch against the wall or something. I don't know. Anyhow, he heard me. She, I'm not sure. And she walks to the corner of the yard, and then she walks through our neighbor's yard, and I follow her in the kitchen. And voila, lots and lots and lots of deer scenes. So I'm like, I wonder if I could go get my camera and go out on the front porch as she's coming up the side of the house and get a picture of her. So I tried. Okay, this is a wall in somebody's house. It's not an ad, it's a wall. But do you see the possibilities? Oh my God. This is why you go through magazines. This is like glue book, journal, art journal, inspiration gold. If only that wasn't in the middle. I would love a whole wall. I like that, but I would like a whole wall of that. Yum. So I have my camera and I'm running to the kitchen window and he's looking at me like, you're not taking pictures of me. So this is not the time for my close up, Miss DeMille. So anyhow, it's like, all right. So I go out on the front porch to watch her walk across the neighbor's driveway. Cause I've never seen a deer do that before. And There's 4 of them out there. They're just playing in the driveway, including the cute little one that hops around. He never walks, he just hops. I don't know. He is adorable. But one of them turned around, so there was 5 of them altogether. One of them turned around, hissed at me, and they all ran. And all I saw were these little white butts popping around in the woods, going between the yards. Not woods, but bushes, going between the yards. But before they hopped away, one went up to my husband's plant that has a cage around it for this very reason, and started just standing there. I'm like, oh, there's a bush in the way, but I'm like, he better not be eating that plant, because now the leaves are sticking out at the top. I'm like, you better check your plant at the top of the driveway, because the deer were over there. Last night, because Gunnar gets a walk in the evening too, but it's a very short one, especially this time of year, because heat still, even at 8 o'clock, 8:30. And there's a lot of heat, lightning, and thunder at that time of night right now. And Gunnar doesn't like any of that stuff. So they only go around the block. And I said, did you see any deer? He said, we saw deer everywhere. They are just having the time of their lives on this 3 streets. And 2 are like perpendicular and a street in the middle. And they're having the time of their lives. There's a couple little sections of woods, not big enough for all these deer, but they're still using them. And then there's everybody's backyard. There's rarely a fence in between any of them. And like ours, they can walk down by the water and they can walk through 3 yards, or actually 4. And they're just having the time of their lives. Time of their lives. This is the deer era. I wonder if Taylor Swift could write a song about that. The deer era. Huh. So there's a lot of Daphne's Diaries. There's I think I told you, Architectural Digest and one Rolling Stone. The Rolling Stone, I just purely look for costumes and colors in some of the stage clothing that some of these people wear, or photo shoot clothing, and just get sections of it. The Architectural Digest, I got a couple things, but I getting sections of stuff, to me, shows up more, has a better impact in a glue book or a journal page or whatever, instead of pulling out. Sometimes I do pull out a whole page, and it's the most fun, and you get rid of some magazines, hopefully. Our magazines are disappearing. They're pitiful. Southern Living, we stopped getting it. It's just pitiful. Time Magazine, I used to get some news headlines out of that. It's pitiful. Rolling Stone, I'm still getting stuff from. I still love, of course, National Geographic. But that one has changed also. Not nearly as much of a treasure as it used to be. But I still love National Geographic. So I'm pulling out a bunch of stuff from Daphne's Diary. I might go back and go through these again, but we shall see. Another aha moment. Frost Fair on the Ice. That screams some little story, even if it's 1 page in a glue book. Frost Fair on the Ice. I couldn't have made that up. Now, am I using somebody else's words from a Daphne Diary magazine? Yes, I am. But I'm not selling. Oh, what is in my mouth? Oh, I think I have a piece of magazine in my mouth. Okay. I'm not selling it. That's the key. It's coming up here, but I'm saying it's from Daphne's Diary. And I'm using it in a glue book. Capiche? Capiche. So with these Daphne's Diary, you have seen where I've cut them up before. I might not get rid of them because they're gold and they're matte paper, which I love. But there's a couple things. There's lettering, there's phrases, there's things like that I have not cut out. There's some cute animals, cute drawings, cute borders that I haven't cut out yet. From some of these. So I might still be using them. Who knows? Therefore, I still have some magazines left. So thanks for watching. I'm getting very itchy on wanting to start a regular journal. So who knows how long these in-betweeners are going to last. Bye.